open to grab your food, or the guards would snatch it back. Zakayev had gotten to his feet when he heard the cart stop outside his cell, but instead of the metal tray with its meager portion of food, this time he was offered a flashbang. The flash and subsequent concussion sent Zakayev to the floor. When he looked up, Gherkin was standing at the door. The nozzle of the fire hose was pointed at his chest. "Time for your bath, little dog," Gherkin cackled. A blast of icy well water pummeled Zakayev in the side, pushing him across the floor and pinning him to the wall. The cold sucked the air from his lungs. When the water stopped, Zakayev caught his breath and then vomited. Feeling wretched, he tried to get to his knees, but Gherkin kicked him in the stomach. "We have a guest tomorrow," Gherkin said, grabbing Zakayev by the hair. "And you will behave." Gherkin punctuated each word with a fist to the face, delivered to 4 quadrants like a diseased prayer. Before Zakayev passed out, he made a promise to himself. No matter who came through that door tomorrow, he was going to kill Gherkin. Now he stirred as he heard voices in the hall and boots growing closer. They were coming again. Someone inserted a key into the ancient lock and the door creaked open. "Get on your feet, you swine," Gherkin ordered. Gherkin entered the cell first, followed by 2 guards, Petrov and a stranger in black. One was armed with an AK-47, and the second with a Caucasian ovcharka, a mountain dog bred to fight wolves. The dog instantly sensed a fellow predator and lunged for Zakayev. The sudden yank caught its handler off guard, and he stumbled forward. "Get control of that animal," Petrov ordered. The guard tugged on the ovcharka's leash. "Heel, you bitch," he commanded. Zakayev never moved. He kept his head down and waited. He knew every inch of the cell and exactly how many steps it took from where he was sitting to the door. Zakayev heard the whisper of wood scraping the metal ring. He knew Gherkin had pulled out his baton, but still he did not move. He pictured the captain in his mind, counted the steps as he crossed from the door to where he sat on the floor. 1, 2, 3. The footfall stopped. Gherkin was standing right above him. With a savage kick, Zakayev drove his right heel into Gherkin's kneecap, snapping the joint backward with a wet pop. Before anyone could react, he sprang to his feet. Zakayev drove the web of his left hand into Gherkin's chin, grabbed the baton with his right. In a single, fluid movement, he spun the falling captain around and pulled the baton tight against his throat. The ovcharka growled, a deep and ominous rumbling that was magnified by the cramped confines of the cell. Zakayev's black eyes went to the dog. "Sedit," he ordered. His voice was low and harsh, barely a whisper, but it snapped with the authority of a bullwhip. The large dog immediately stopped growling, took a half-step back, and sat down. "Shoot him!" Petrov yelled to the guard, who raised his Kalashnikov and snicked it to fire. "No," Gabriel said, slapping the barrel toward the floor. "He's of no use to me dead." Silence fell over the cell, broken only by the pained wheeze coming from Gherkin's constricted throat. Zakayev eyed the tall Arab, questions firing through his brain. Who is this man? Do I know him? He had a good memory for faces, and after a moment of study, Zakayev was sure that he had never seen the man before, which left only one option. He wants something. He wants you to do something for him. "Who are you?" he demanded. "My name is Gabriel," the man said, switching to Arabic. A Saudi, Zakayev thought. From Jeddah, by the sound of his voice. "I'm going to take something from my pocket," Gabriel said calmly. "Easy," Zakayev warned, tightening the chokehold on Gherkin's neck. It was funny how fragile a man's windpipe really was. The man nodded and retrieved 2 photographs from his pocket. He held the first up so Zakayev could see it. "You know him, yes?" Gabriel asked. Memories from long ago came rushing to Zakayev. "Hassan." "I knew him," Zakayev replied, his Arabic rusty from lack of use. "His name was Hassan Sitta, but he is dead." "Is that what they told you?" Gabriel asked, a hint of a sad smile forming. "They told you he was dead?" Something in the man's eyes made him less sure about what he'd been told. What does it matter? Get to the point.